Hey, welcome back to another video about Bitcoin. My name is Brian. I try to make Bitcoin simple to understand, to use for you and your family, and for you if you've been stacking Bitcoin for a while. So that's my goal here. And yeah, what I want to talk about right now is I watch a lot of YouTube. I love Bitcoin YouTube, real estate YouTube, finance news, macro news, YouTube. And one thing that I think separates Bitcoin from kind of, I guess, other financial concepts is that it doesn't have to be headline driven, and it doesn't have to be big and just big timing, and we don't have to oversell it. Like, Bitcoin doesn't have to oversell itself. And so I know sometimes in the mix of just headlines and just kind of the Fed doing this or the Fed doing that, or is real estate going to crash? Is real estate not going to crash? Is the stock market going to crash? Is the stock market not going to crash? What's the difference between Bitcoin and crypto? Isn't just kind of crypto, isn't it all the same thing? And isn't it just a new stock market? Isn't it all just a way to kind of hopefully put your money somewhere and make more dollars? No. It's actually not any of that, and it doesn't have to be any of that. Bitcoin is better money. It's an alternative money than the fiat dollar money that me and you grew up on, and that me and you have been working our lives for and using to collect our labor and then trade it for goods and services. Bitcoin is a different way of doing that. And so fiat money, as we've said in the other videos, fiat just means by decree. It means the government has said this is, the money, and they issue them and they decide the units of how many there are. That's what the Federal Reserve meetings are. They're choosing how many units of dollars there are around. Bitcoin is saying, how about instead of having a small group of people that go behind a curtain and decide how many units of money there are, how about the computer software just says how many there are, and every single participant in the entire world that chooses to operate into this monetary network then knows, and it's on a set schedule. Okay, why is this important? This is important then because now me and you have a better ruler or yardstick to sell our goods and services against. We have a different way of measuring our productivity and buying goods and services. Because when a small group of people is able to change the currency units, that affects the currency units that I'm holding. Their decisions affect me if I'm holding their currency. And so that isn't working for a lot of people, and that's why people are choosing to contribute their labor and contribute their time and effort into the Bitcoin monetary network instead. That's what's happening. And so, yeah, that's what I wanted to just kind of explain and go over, is that sometimes in the midst of kind of the financial just news and hype around are things going to go up or are things going to go down, Bitcoin is seeking to replace that actual unit that we're measuring the up and down of everything against. So in that sense, that's why I think it's so awesome and empowering. That's why my brain thinks about it all the time. Because if we replaced the dollar, which is a bad unit of measurement, it's always constantly fluctuating. That's what inflation is. The dollar is not good at measuring prices. We can't agree on anything. The price of a phone, or the price of a car, or the price of, my time for you for a day, or the price of my time for you for a year. The dollar doesn't do a great job of measuring any of that, and it's constantly going up and down. So we don't know if you're working for dollars, and then are those dollars going to be there to be able to buy a meal or buy a house or do anything with it, in a couple of years. So Bitcoin's seeking to replace that. Bitcoin is fixing that in real time, and more people are switching over to using that. A lot of people have a foot in both worlds right now, and they're navigating, their transition. So hold on to that and just think, if that's a new concept to you, if you're just on the other side of YouTube and that's a new concept for you, think about it. Really sit on that and think about that Bitcoin is not a tool or something to invest in to gain more dollars. Bitcoin is physically replacing dollars. It's becoming the base currency. Hope that's helpful. My name is Brian. I want to make Bitcoin simple and understand for everyone, whether you've been in it for a while or not in it, and continue to just kind of talk out loud about the wild times that we're living in. So thanks so much. Thanks for watching.